Championship Saturday at the Big South Softball Tournament in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And for the third season in a row, the title will be contested between Winthrop and USC Upstate here at Cyril Softball Stadium. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside my partner, Jordan Young, I'm Joe Skinner. And Jordan, over the course of the entire regular season and now the tournament, it is clear these are the top two teams in the league.
Very clear. Actually, it's been clear, I would say, for the last 3 years. This is the third time we're seeing this matchup in the championship.
0-2. Hard hit, back up the middle, off of Stidham, caught by McLaughlin. Pinball up the middle for Gardner-Webb. Another 2-2 from Brown. Grounder to short. Polk, throw to Shaw. The three-peat is complete. USC Upstate are Big South champions. Welcome in to Big South Softball on ESPN+. It's a non-conference in-state matchup from Cyril Softball Stadium in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The first of two this afternoon between the Bulldogs from South Carolina State and the USC Upstate Spartans, the MEAC and the Big South here in Spartanburg. 2-2 pitch. Shaw, fly ball, deep left field. Carson Shaw slams the door shut. Walk-off homer. Upstate takes game one of the series, 1-0. Brooke Freshy. First pitch swinging into right, turns Coggins back, still going, one hops the wall, Spainhauer, head full of steam, will score and give Gardner-Webb the lead, an RBI triple. Liner, base hit, Jennings scores, Polk scores, Thomas taking over the title game. 4 for 4. Drew up in a bit of a jam. Runner goes, throw is cut off, back to the plate. Jennings with the catch, tag there, out number 1 at third. Double play, Upstate out of the inning. From Christopher, back to Jennings, over to Davenport. They throw Bossler out trying to score, a tag up high. Jennings whips it back to third base, and the inning is over.
And see how quick the hook would be for this Gardner-Webb coaching staff if they do want to make a change. Beckham gives it a ride, way out of here. 3-run home run, and the number 1 seed is on top 3-1.
That was her 50th hit and 11th home run of the season for Tia Beckham.
Winthrop scored 7 runs on 5 hits yesterday. The lineup that they run out here today makes actually 0 changes to it. 284 average in the regular season, 5 runs per game. Lineup presented by First Citizens Bank, and the starting pitcher for USC Upstate threw a complete game shutout to get the Spartans here. It's Maddie Drew.
7 innings, 5 hits, no runs. Exactly what you need and expect from your ace pitcher.
First pitch to Rebecca Amos, a first-team all-conference player as a freshman, is a strike. 0-1. Upstate's going to need a big effort, as you said, from their ace today, pitching back-to-back days.
Yeah, for Upstate, it's really Drew that carries the bulk of their innings for their pitching staff. And it's been 3 weeks since Maddie Drew has pitched significant innings, 2 games in a row. You have to go back to when they hosted East Tennessee and then hosted Wofford for the last time that she threw 2 days in a row, 7 innings, both games.
Carson Shaw takes it to the bag. Gets the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Coach Hawkins said once they realized what their seating was going to be, once it really settled in, they did try to make an effort to rest Dreer up a little bit more, expecting and frankly needing a big week for her to win this championship.
Yeah, absolutely. They know what they have from her, and they want to be able to conserve her for these moments like this so they don't empty the tank too early. So what they've done is since those 2 games 3 weeks ago is they've really been kind of limiting her to one big outing a week and then having her in some smaller appearances mixing throughout the rest of the week.
Peyton Bryden at the plate with one out. Jurup, a senior out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. All Big South honorable mention this year, was the MVP of last year's Big South tournament that Upstate won. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kendall Fuller, the head coach of Winthrop, was pretty blunt with us talking about Peyton Bryden before the game. Thought now for the second year in a row she should have been named all conference. Hit .302 as a sophomore last year, .354 this year. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Of course, every coach wants their players to be all conference,
right.
But I mean, those numbers don't lie.
Right, she has a case for it, certainly, like you mentioned, hitting over 300 2 years in a row. Her 17th multi-hit game yesterday. She's a threat, and also she has the defense to back it up, too.
Just off the plate, count runs full to Bryden, a junior right-hander from Victoria, British Columbia. Drove in a run and scored a run in yesterday's 7-6 win against the Runnin' Bulldogs. Jurup looking for a strikeout, winds and fires. Popped up into foul territory. Will Jennings have enough room? Not quite. It's into the seats. We'll do another 3-2 pitch. Not a ton of backstop room. Look at this one-handed grab.
Wow.
Fans are showing off too. This time the ballpark will hold it. Jurup comes all the way in and cannot make the catch, runs into the pole. Luckily it's padded there. I don't think Jennings could find it.
Yeah, that was tough there. You're kind of battling the sun, and you talked about it. Not a ton of room over there. Jurup technically would have a better read on it as she's running in towards it than for Jennings to try to spin around, take off the mask, and try to find it. But that's definitely a risky situation you don't necessarily want your pitcher to be in.
Taking an extra beat. Another 3-2 pitch to Bryden. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Slowing it down for out number 2.
Big strikeout there. Obviously, we talked about the offensive prowess that Bryden has, but also Jurup didn't have any strikeouts yesterday. I thought of how the last time I was here when they played East Tennessee, I talked about how she's not necessarily a strikeout pitcher, and then she went and had a season high in strikeouts that day. So maybe that's what we're in store for again today.
She's thrown every pitch of the tournament for Upstate so far. First pitch to Darren Nickens is down and away. Redshirt junior from Manassas, Virginia, that is named the Big South Newcomer of the Year after hitting .340. Transfer from Lewisburg College, JUCO in North Carolina. Jurup's 1-0 is on the way. Strike on the outer half. Nickens hit third and was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game against Gardner-Webb. Jurup out-dueling Dakota Redmond against Radford yesterday. Winthrop already trailing 1 here in the bottom of the first. Spartans be a big boost to get a 1-2-3 inning and get back to the plate. Nickens rips it up the middle, a base hit. Looked like a mistake pitch from Jurup that caught a ton of plate with 2 outs.
Yeah, Dara was all over that one. Just sends it straight up the middle and with power, too. That's the kind of 2-out action that Winthrop's going to want to see from their batters. Don't just let them have it when you have 2 outs down on the board. That's when you got to dig deep in the box and fight for it, and that's exactly what you saw right there from Nickens.
Annalisa Weinbarger homered yesterday. She comes up, now batting cleanup, doing the catching. First pitch swinging, rocket off of Jurup. She tries to glove flip, and it's late. Another shot that Dreerup had to take.
Yeah, that looked like it went right off her shin. She's going to take a moment, taking a couple extra steps there in the outfield, making her way back down.
She kept running all the way out into right field to take a little extra time. Luckily there, that's a good shot of a smile on her face and walking back in, because that was a rocket off the bat of Weinbarger.